Hello, friends. This is your Monday edition of Weather Where You Are. And the weather where you are is beautiful, but the weather across the southeast is deteriorating as we officially have our sixth named storm of the season, Francine, forming in the Gulf of Mexico. This is now going to bring big impacts to the southeastern United States. So want to go ahead and tell you exactly what's going on. Winds are already 50 miles per hour within this storm, which is down to the south of Texas. It's in the western Gulf of Mexico. And it is likely to strengthen in the coming days. It's moving very slowly to the north, about 5 miles per hour. But you guys know that the Gulf Ocean waters are just so warm that this thing is likely to strengthen. Right now, it's projected to ride far enough off of the coast of Texas to not have a big impact on Texas. Definitely going to bring areas like Houston some rain, but the eastern side, the right side of these hurricanes are always the strongest. So we're looking at Louisiana for the biggest impacts. It is likely to make landfall pretty far to the west of New Orleans, about 200 miles, still going to bring impacts to New Orleans. As a Cat 1 hurricane, sustained winds 85 miles per hour. Moving inland along the Mississippi Valley. So landfall is expected sometime Wednesday evening, with it moving inland pretty slowly. So you can see the track is to our west here in Georgia. So we're not going to see tropical storm force winds. We're certainly not going to see hurricane force winds. But we are going to see rain, and that rain is really much needed, guys, okay? We've gotten very little rain over the last month, and we want rain this time of year because the rain that we see really from mid-September till mid-October has a huge impact on the leaf color in Georgia. If we don't get a lot of rain in this month span, our leaves essentially change and fall off the trees in like a week. It happened last year after really dry fall, so these tropical systems actually can be quite beneficial for our fall color. So it's not all bad news, but it is going to impact the back half of your week. So by noon Wednesday, you can see that heavy rain off to our west. We're essentially not going to start seeing rain, I believe, until Thursday. Could be as late as Thursday evening, could potentially be Thursday morning that we start to see scattered showers. I'm not expecting super heavy rain on Thursday, but just some of those outer bands of rainfall will move through. Now on Friday, that's the biggest potential impact day. We could see very heavy rain in the morning. Can't rule out a stray spin up tornado, although I do think that risk is very low. We're far enough to the east of this system that I don't think we will see tornadoes, but we'll be watching Friday closely. And then it looks like the remnants of those showers really continue into Saturday, potentially even Sunday. So the weekend will not be a washout, but rain is going to be in the forecast for this weekend. And if you're headed to Lexington for the Kentucky UGA game on Saturday night, it looks like they're going to see rain up there as well, okay? So right now our two first alert weather days are for Thursday and Friday. Thursday, widespread rain is possible, and Friday we're looking at the potential for heavy rain with isolated storms. All in all, we're expected to get about an inch, possibly 2 inches of rain. Again, that is not going to cause any flooding. It's not going to cause any major issues, and it is going to help our drought. You can see we're currently back in that level 1 drought in North Georgia in the mountains and West Georgia. In all of North Georgia, you can see under that yellow is now abnormally dry. So this is really going to help that situation if we can soak out that much rain. And I want to remind you guys, it's September 9th. So we're right at the peak of hurricane season, okay? Which occurs when the ocean waters are at their warmest. So right now they're at their warmest. Now that fall's starting to take over, the ocean surface temperatures will start to cool and the activity will start to go down. But we're also tracking 2 other systems in the Atlantic, which, again, not abnormal for this time of year. There is a 60% chance that these 2 storms will develop over the next week. I can tell you both of our long-range models, the GFS and the Euro, are keeping both of these storms off of the United States coast, but that could change, okay? I do expect at least one of these to become a hurricane. So something that we'll be watching very closely. And again, we now have Francine. So our 2 next named storms will be Gordon and Helene. Don't quote me on how that's said. We'll have to check in, but I believe it's Helene. Then Isaac, Joyce, Kirk, and Leslie. I want to remind you guys that NOAA predicted a hyperactive season at the beginning of the year. It has not been a hyperactive season. Only 6 named storms up to this point. That is not bad at all. That's actually below average. So you just never know with these things. The back half of the season, when it's atmospheric dust, Saharan dust has been really tapering these storms. If that were to dissipate, we could see a really active October. But as of right now, it doesn't look too bad. Okay? Now, again, Thursday, Friday, potential for heavy rain. These systems, they change a lot, y'all. There really can be massive changes just in, if the thing wobbles 40 miles to the east, 40 miles to the west, or if it slows down and strengthens, we can see a lot more rain or a lot less rain. So you'll want to check back in for daily updates on this, because these tropical systems do usually have a big impact on us here. But for right now, again, rain likely Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend. And that rain is very beneficial rain. It will help our fall-like color. I'll be on every day. I'm back from vacation, 6 a.m. tomorrow on Atlanta News First, and 9 a.m., as well as 7 and 8 on Peachtree TV. We will see you then, guys. Jen will be on at noon on Atlanta News First with the latest.